You can play the most beautiful passing moves imaginable, but it counts for nothing if you can't find the net. Shooting is a difficult skill to master as there are so many variables to consider, including the natural ability of the player, his body position, and of course your input on the controller. Let's examine the influence of body position on shooting. The direction that a player is facing in has a profound effect on the accuracy, power, and execution of a shot. Shots made within a 90-degree cone in front of the player are the strongest and most precise. Shots made at a 45-degree angle with your player facing away from goal can also be powerful and accurate if you are using your player's stronger foot. Shots made as a player moves parallel to your opponent's goal are less precise and can be feeble unless struck cleanly. You also need to perform them from particular angles. Here, the player has passed the point where this type of shot would work, so he needs to create another opportunity. This is the perfect position to make a shot to the far post. Shots facing away from goal are generally a waste of possession. Unless, that is, you're in the penalty area and controlling a world-class striker who has the scoring special ability. Where shooting is concerned, use your knowledge of real-life football for inspiration and guidance. You should also learn how to judge the length of the button press. Ideally, you should fill the gauge to approximately 50%, but be careful not to overcook it and blast the ball over. Low shots with the bar at 20% are the safest, as you can be sure that they won't fly harmlessly over the bar, but are usually easier for goalkeepers to save. Fill the bar too much and the only winner will be the fan on row Z who gets a free souvenir. The controlled shot is very efficient if a player has a high swerve stat and can be used to bend the ball into the corners of the goal. Press the special controls button and the shoot button to instruct your player to use the instep of his boot to strike the ball. This can be used to make superb precision strikes. To perform successful shots from range, you will often need a short run-up before your player hits the ball. The more time you have, the more spectacular the shot could be. Players who specialize in long-distance marksmanship have the middle shooting special ability and can perform shots from range with little or no backlift. These are best performed from between 20 to 35 yards. Most shot types are actually more powerful and accurate if your player has a run-up. By running onto a ball while sprinting, or laying the ball off into a player's path and then priming the shot in advance, you can perform truly outstanding strikes. If the player is stationary and has sufficient space to do so, you can also use the push ball further ahead move. Press the change player button and the sprint button simultaneously to perform this technique, which can increase the precision of shots, long passes and crosses. When your player meets an incoming ball, the type of contact he makes is dictated by his body position and orientation, and the speed and the height of the ball. Let's see some of these moves in action. Firstly, tiny adjustments can be made to your player's position to make better contact, or even change the type of move performed. Beginners can practice this in training sessions. Use the special controls button and the directional pad to move your player as a cross or long pass travels towards him. If the ball is high, you will need to time your movement to attack the ball if you want to perform a strong header. You need to make contact with the forehead, not the top of your head. If the ball is aimed in front of your player as he runs towards it, he will attempt a diving header. Here are some examples of first-time shots. If a player is facing the goal, he will usually perform a volley if the ball is at an appropriate height. With his back to the goal, he may perform scissor kicks or a more acrobatic volley.